Cirrus, delay and reverb one. Use it for ambient soundscapes, or if you want just some fun.
We gather all one set of top tempo control. There's remote for delay and reverb. It was a ambient sounds of Jamaican unit. I even must have broke us through it when I grow. I'll show you what your settings in this meeting. But now it's time for a rapid fire.
Well, hello there, Vlad here. Welcome to my studio. Today we're checking out the KMA Audio Machines Cirrus. Mine is a limited edition version, that's why it looks like that. And I really hope you enjoyed the song in the beginning. I've kind of been thinking about the idea of like singing in a Gear demo intro, and I made it happen for the first time. I don't know if it's a good or bad idea, let me know in the comment section down below, but at least I had a lot of fun recording with it. Speaking of recording, if you want to set up your home studio and start recording your own music, check out my free home studio setup course by following the link below in the description. Completely free, and even if you have some sort of recording space going on already, there's a bunch of useful tips and tricks that can make it even better, so you can start recording your own stuff as well. Again, links below in the description. Now to the KMA Audio Machines Cirrus. First of all, I want to mention this is not a sponsored video. I actually bought this thing with my own money because when I saw the limited edition blue Cirrus that I guess kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones, even though I haven't actually watched the series. I don't know, it just looked really cool and I've wanted this pedal for a while. When I saw the limited edition, I just knew I need to get it. Simple as that, really. So even though KMA Audio Machines has sponsored me with my NAMM trips and other videos as well, this is not one of those videos. I'm just doing this because I really love the pedal and I really like the people behind the company, so good things for good people, I guess, something like that. I should also mention that this is not the video where we go through every single knob and switch and all of that and see what they do. If you want to see that kind of video, check out my friend's Stefan's video at That Pedal Zone, or The Pedal Zone, not That Pedal Zone, The Pedal Zone. He does amazing job demonstrating every single feature in a very cool and musical way. What we're doing here is checking out this pedal in a musical context. So we're going to go through a few different kinds of songs where you can use this, besides the one you just heard already, to get you kind of understand what kind of music you can create with it. That's my approach. I love recording music at my studio, and pedals like this make a huge difference. Just they help me to get inspired and get all kinds of sounds that I really like for my music. However, I do want to give you some basic understanding of the pedal, and it's kind of simple. There's the delay side on the right, there's the reverb side on the left. There's a switch that allows you to change whether you are sending delay into reverb or reverb into delay. There's an effects loop. There's an expression control. Unfortunately, I don't actually have an expression pedal to demonstrate that. And besides all of the knobs you can see here, there's also like hold functions and stuff like that with the pedal as well. Again, Stefan does fantastic job demonstrating that. I'll put a link to his video in the description. But I want to focus on using this pedal in music production. Thanks to the opening track, we now know that you can use this pedal for this kind of ambient Devin Townsend-ish music at least, but it does also much more. For example, you can use it with synths as well. Again, Stefan demonstrates that as well. And I understand that your impression of the pedal could be the same that I had, that it only does like ambient stuff. But as I mentioned in the intro song, you can do, for example, John Mayer's stuff with it as well, and it actually does it really well. let's check out the song first and then I'll demonstrate few of the sounds from that song. Alright, let's check out some of the sounds from the song we just heard. I'm using this modulated delay here, and I'm using a high pass filter reverb over here, and this is how the whole thing sounds. By the way, I'm using this Vola Oz as in the song as well, so it's a very similar setting. It sounds like this. For overdrive sounds, I'm using a NUX Steel Singer, and it works really well as well. And for the kind of fingerpicking sound, I switched to this sample hold type of thing, and it just makes the delays way darker. And that's exactly what I want when I fingerpick. So it doesn't kind of muddy up the fingerpicking pad as well. And I remember using the modulated reverb here as well. Just show the decay and bring the reverb down a bit more. For the lead sound, I'm actually taking out most of the delay, or actually just taking out the whole delay. And I'm bringing up the reverb to 50%. I'm in the high pass filter mode. There's quite a lot of decay going on. Sensitivity is at middle and damp is pretty high, actually all the way up. And here's how it sounds. I've had the pedal for a few months now, and I love the reverb on this thing. It allows me to create anything from like big wishy-washy sounds to like very vintage style reverbs as well. Because of the damp control and everything, I can make it as dark and kind of fast stacking as I want. And I've actually used it in a blues context as well. Here's how it sounds. For the rhythm guitar sound, I was using just the reverb on the high pass filter mode, sensitivity all the way down, damping all the way up, and without. So it's kind of fast and kind of very vintage sounding reverb where it's like, it's a little bit there, but it's not really in the way, and there's no long tails or anything like that. I don't know, I really enjoy that kind of sound for this type of riffage. And actually use the same sound for the lead as well. But I wanted to have a slightly longer tail and maybe a little bit more of reverb as well. So this is roughly where it was. Again, awesome sounds. And that wraps up my brief overview of the controls. KMA Audio Machines has a tendency of having like dip switches inside of the pedal to tweak things and stuff like that. So if you're into that stuff, again, Stefan's video explains it all. This is just a brief overview to get you excited about all the kind of sounds you can get from this thing. Thanks for watching my video on the KMA Audio Machines Sirius. If you want to get yours, you can use the affiliate link below in the description. Using that link won't cost you anything extra, but it helps to put some food on my family's table. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to set up your home studio and start recording, check out my free home studio setup course by following the link below in the description. And if you're new to the channel but enjoy the content, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell as well. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time.